So let's send out a pre-placement questionnaire or a PPQ. First thing you're going to need is a thing called a pre-placement risk identification form. Now, if you already know what this is, you already have some, then please skip to the next chapter in this video. You don't need to watch this bit. If you've not heard of this before, let me briefly explain. So you'll appreciate that if you're a crane operator working on a particular site, that you will be exposed to certain risks. And that those risks will be different to somebody working perhaps as a laminator or a physics teacher or a tree surgeon or a welder. And you can also appreciate that a crane operator working on a very small site in a small crane may be subject to very different risks to that of a crane operator working in a huge container port, working on huge cranes. So we, just by the job title, can't tell what type of risks a particular employee will be subject to. So we ask you to fill out these pre-placement risk identification forms. If I open this one, we can see that this person, so I've made up a fictitious company called ABC Logistics. They've sent in a form for their crane operators, and they've told us that the crane operators for this job across all their sites are subject to the same risks. So that's great. If they had a different risk depending on which sites they were working on, then that section might specify the site and we might get multiple forms in for the job of crane operator. So the health and safety team have performed a risk assessment on the job role, and they've identified these particular risks as being significant for this particular job. They've also, again, through their risk assessment, determined that the crane operator requires a particular sort of medical, and they've identified that there. They may also specify that statutory health surveillance is required by law for this person, depending on the type of job role that they have. So there's the pre-placement risk identification form. It's typically completed by the health and safety team, but they will need a template, a blank template, in order to do this. They will find this intuitively obvious. They'll probably be able to do it quite quickly for you. So make sure that you get a pre-placement risk identification form for the particular job role that you're submitting the PPQ for. In order to get a copy of the blank template, go to the portal, and if you look here in the information library, you'll find that there is the form. If you click that, it will download it and into the document, downloaded documents area of your browser. Just forward that to the health and safety team and they should be able to do that for you. So let's assume that you have this form and you're ready to submit the PPQ. First job, go to the employee overview section on the left hand side here and type in the surname of the person you want to send the form to and press search. That will list all the people with that surname, and let's say that we are going to send the form to this person. So first job, down here in the shared document areas, you'll find that over here there is a little button that says upload a document. I'm going to click that and I'm going to click browse here, and that will open up my file chooser, and I'm going to find the appropriate risk identification form, click open, and then click upload document, that green button there. So what that's done is it's attached the crane operator risk identification form into the shared document area for this person. Okay, now up here at the top, there's a button that says send questionnaires. If I click that, we arrive at this page, and you'll see there's a menu of choices of which questionnaires you wish to send out. If you're a school and this particular member of staff is subject to the Fitness to Teach guidelines, make sure that you choose the Fitness to Teach pre-placement questionnaire. If you're not a school, if that legislation doesn't apply to this employee, then a standard pre-placement is probably what you're looking for. And then up here in the top, there's a send button. Click that, and up will come this confirmation window. It will remind you which button you've just pressed, make sure that's correct, and then press send. So that's it. You've sent out the pre-placement questionnaire. If you go back to the employee's details, either by searching for them or just clicking that button, you'll notice now there's a questionnaires section in this person's record, and it tells you that there's a pre-placement questionnaire been sent out and its current status is incomplete. And that's obvious, we've literally just sent the form out, but that status will change depending on whether the employee has completed it and whether we have reviewed the answers and issued you with a certificate. When we issue a certificate, the certificate will appear here in the shared documents areas. So down here underneath crane operator, there will be a pre-placement certificate, and just click on it to download it,